In the depths of time, whispers of a sacred knowledge have echoed through the corridors of human consciousness. This wisdom, passed down through generations of illuminated minds, holds the power to transform your existence from ordinary to extraordinary. You now stand before the gates of understanding that few have discovered, yet all unconsciously seek. The 33rd degree knowledge transcends the physical realm, reaching into dimensions where thought becomes reality and intention shapes destiny. This ancient science of manifestation has guided emperors, inspired visionaries, and transformed ordinary individuals into masters of their fate. It is not merely knowledge to be learned, but truth to be experienced. As you venture deeper into these teachings, you will uncover the invisible threads that weave the fabric of reality. The universe operates through precise laws, as exact as mathematics, as reliable as the rising sun. These laws respond not to wishes or hopes, but to the unwavering power of aligned consciousness. Within you lies a force so vast, so potent, that its mere awakening can reshape the world around you. This power has always been there, dormant, waiting for the moment when you would be ready to claim it. That moment is now. The knowledge you are about to receive has been guarded through the ages, not through locks and keys, but through the natural law that wisdom reveals itself only to those prepared to receive it. Your presence here is no accident. You have been drawn to these teachings because you are ready to transcend the boundaries of ordinary existence. Let go of what you think you know. Release the limitations that society has placed upon your mind. As you embrace these ancient principles, you will discover that reality is far more malleable than you ever imagined. The universe is not a rigid structure, but a responsive field of infinite possibility, waiting to be shaped by those who understand its secrets. You stand at the beginning of a path that will reveal the true nature of existence and your role within it. The journey ahead will transform not just your understanding, but your very being. Part 1: Unlocking the Veil of Existence. Chapter 1: The Veil of Reality. In the heart of an endless desert, a weary traveler named Hassan stumbled forward beneath the scorching sun. His water supplies had dwindled, and hope seemed as sparse as the barren landscape surrounding him. Suddenly, before his eyes appeared an oasis, palm trees swaying gently, crystal clear waters beckoning. His parched throat urged him forward, yet as he approached, the vision began to shift and change, until at last it dissolved completely into the shimmering heat. Yet in that moment, Hassan experienced an awakening far more precious than water. He understood that the mirage had not deceived him. His own perception, born of desperate thirst, had created the illusion. This truth runs deeper than mere optical phenomena in the desert. You too create the reality you experience through the lens of your perception. Every circumstance, every encounter, every challenge you face is filtered through the beliefs you hold about yourself and the world. These beliefs act as invisible architects, constructing the reality you inhabit. When you understand this fundamental truth, you begin to grasp the extraordinary power that lies within your consciousness. Your perception is not merely a passive observer of reality, it is the very force that shapes it. The universe responds not to what is, but to what you believe to be. Think of your mind as a projector, continuously casting images onto the screen of existence. These projections, your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations, become the blueprint from which your experiences are built. Change the projection, and the reality shifts accordingly. In a distant mountain village lived Reza, a sculptor renowned for his ability to create breathtaking works of art from simple blocks of stone. When asked how he achieved such mastery, He would smile and say, "I do not create the statue. I simply remove everything that is not the statue. For within each block of marble, the masterpiece already exists. My eyes see it before my hands begin their work." This wisdom mirrors the truth of your own creative power. The reality you seek already exists within the infinite field of possibility. Your perception, like the sculptor's vision, simply reveals what was always there, waiting to be discovered. Through this understanding comes a profound revelation. The limitations you perceive are not walls, but veils, transparent barriers that exist only because you believe in them. As you shift your perception, these veils dissolve, revealing pathways where before you saw only obstacles. Find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed. Close your eyes and bring to mind a challenge currently present in your life. See it as Hassan's mirage, a projection of your current perceptions. Breathe deeply and allow yourself to see beyond the apparent reality of the situation. What beliefs are creating this experience? How might this challenge appear differently if viewed through eyes of wisdom and possibility? Let your consciousness expand beyond the boundaries of what you think is possible and watch as new pathways of understanding emerge. Chapter 2. The Universal Blueprint. In the ancient city of wisdom dwells Master Chen, whose teachings have illuminated the paths of countless souls. He speaks of an architect named Kamal, whose work stood as testaments to the eternal principles that govern all creation. Kamal understood that every magnificent structure begins not with stone and mortar, but with invisible patterns, sacred geometries that echo throughout the cosmos. These patterns, passed down through generations of master builders, were not mere architectural guidelines, but reflections of the universal laws that orchestrate all manifestation. Just as Kamal aligned his creations with these timeless principles, you too must recognize that the universe operates through precise and unchanging laws. The law of attraction stands as the cornerstone of creation, drawing to you the essence of your dominant thoughts and feelings. Like attracts like. This is not merely a saying, but a fundamental truth woven into the fabric of existence. The law of vibration reveals that everything in the universe exists in constant motion, emanating specific frequencies. Your thoughts and emotions generate vibrations that ripple through the cosmic web, attracting experiences that match their frequency. When you understand this, you begin to grasp why your inner state shapes your outer reality with such precision. These laws work in harmony like the instruments in a grand orchestra, creating the symphony of your life experience. They operate whether you are aware of them or not, just as gravity functions regardless of your belief in it. In the fertile valleys lived a farmer named Raj, who understood these principles through his connection to the land. Each spring, he would carefully prepare the soil, plant his seeds with intention, and tend to his crops with patience and devotion. He knew that the harvest would mirror the care and attention he invested in his fields. The seeds of your desires, Raj would say, must be planted in fertile soil, nourished with faith and tended with unwavering attention. The universe responds not to what you want, but to what you cultivate in the garden of your consciousness. His wisdom mirrors the process of conscious creation. Your desires are seeds of potential, waiting to be planted in the fertile soil of universal law. Through understanding and working with these principles, you align yourself with the very forces that shape reality. Sacred practice. Take a moment now to connect with the deepest wishes of your heart. On a clean page, inscribe your desires with clarity and purpose. For each desire, reflect on how it aligns with the universal laws we have explored. Feel how your intentions vibrate with the frequency of what you seek to manifest. Let this practice serve as your sacred blueprint, guiding you into harmony with the cosmic principles of creation. Chapter 3. The Hidden Cipher. In the shadows of time lies a tale of a wandering scholar named Hassan, who discovered an ancient parchment within the dusty confines of a forgotten monastery. The yellowed manuscript, written in a script that seemed to shimmer and change beneath his gaze, held secrets that would transform the very foundation of his understanding. The wisdom contained within those sacred pages was not meant for common eyes. For millennia, this knowledge had been guarded by those who understood its power. The ability to bend reality itself to one's will through the mastery of thought and energy. This was not mere philosophy, but the pure essence of creation's blueprint. You now stand where Hassan once stood, at the threshold of revelation. This knowledge remained hidden not out of malice, but protection. For in these teachings lies power that can manifest dreams or unleash chaos, all depending on the consciousness of its wielder. The ancient ones knew that such wisdom must await those whose hearts were prepared to receive it. The core of this forbidden knowledge reveals that reality is not fixed, but fluid, shaped by the focused power of consciousness. Your thoughts are not merely passive observations, but active forces that mold the very fabric of existence. This truth was concealed because its power demanded responsibility. The wisdom to understand that as you shape reality, you shape not only your destiny, but influence the collective tapestry of all being. There lived a keymaker named Amara who crafted not ordinary keys but instruments of revelation. Each key she forged contained within its design the essence of universal truth. A key, she would say, is not just a tool to open doors, but a symbol of the power to unlock new realities. Her most magnificent creation was a master key, said to open any lock in existence. Yet those who sought it discovered that the key's true power lay not in its physical form, but in what it represented, the ability to access the infinite possibilities that exist within consciousness itself. Find a quiet space where you will remain undisturbed. Close your eyes and envision a golden key materializing in your hands. Feel its weight, its warmth, its sacred purpose. Before you stands an ancient door, its surface inscribed with symbols of power. As you insert the key, feel the mechanisms of the universe aligning. With each turn, sense the barriers between you and your deepest desires dissolving. Let the door swing open, revealing the reality you wish to manifest. Hold this vision until you feel its truth resonate within your being. Chapter 4. The Power of Alignment. In the mountains of ancient Tibet, there lived a monk named Chen, who wandered from temple to temple, studying the sacred art of stone arrangement. One day, as he worked to restore a centuries-old sanctuary, he noticed something peculiar about the stones. Each seemed to possess its own subtle vibration, calling out for its perfect position. As Chen carefully placed each stone, he felt rather than saw the invisible lines of force flowing through the structure. The final stone, when aligned precisely, sent a ripple of energy through the entire temple, bringing the whole edifice into perfect resonance with the universal rhythms. You too exist within this cosmic architecture of energy. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions are like Chen's stones, each one contributing to the temple of your reality. When these elements align with universal forces, you tap into a power that transcends ordinary existence. The law of harmony reveals that everything in creation seeks natural alignment. Your inner world, thoughts, feelings, beliefs, must vibrate in concert with your outer actions. Any dissonance creates resistance, blocking the flow of universal energy that manifests your desires. Think of your mind as the foundation, your emotions as the walls, and your actions as the roof of your temple. When these align, you create a channel through which the universe's abundance flows freely. Yet a single misplaced stone, a contradictory thought, a conflicting emotion, or an incongruent action can disrupt this sacred geometry. In a distant valley lived Sophia, a musician renowned for her ability to tune instruments to perfection. One day a wealthy merchant brought her a precious violin that would not play in harmony despite its apparent perfection. Sophia spent days with the instrument, listening not just to its sound, but to its essence. She discovered that while each string was technically correct, they failed to resonate together. Only when she adjusted them in relation to each other did the violin produce music of transcendent beauty. Your life is this violin. Each aspect must not only be true to itself, but must harmonize with the whole. When your spoken words align with your inner truth, when your actions mirror your intentions, when your dreams resonate with your deepest values, then you create music that moves mountains. Take your journal now and find a quiet space. Write about the areas in your life where you sense discord, perhaps between your words and actions, your dreams and your daily choices, or your relationships and your true needs. Feel into each discord without judgment, as Sophia listened to her violin. Then, write one specific action you will take to bring that aspect of your life back into harmony. This practice, passed down through generations, helps restore the natural flow of universal energy through your being. Chapter 5, The Resonance of Truth. In a hidden valley among ancient mountains, Amara, a keeper of sacred knowledge, held a gleaming tuning fork in her weathered hands. As curious onlookers gathered, she struck the fork against a crystal and held it near a pool of still water. The surface rippled in perfect circles, revealing invisible patterns in the air. "Watch closely," she whispered, as she asked each person to speak a truth they held dear. With each authentic statement, the water danced in harmony with the fork's vibration. Yet when someone spoke an untruth, the patterns became chaotic, the water's surface disturbed by conflicting frequencies. You exist in an ocean of vibration. Every thought, every word, every intention sends ripples through the fabric of reality. The law of vibration teaches that nothing in the universe is truly still. All matter, all energy, all consciousness pulses with its own unique frequency. Your desires already exist as energetic patterns in the universe. To manifest them, you must tune your own vibration to match their frequency. Joy attracts joy. Abundance attracts abundance. When you align your energy with what you seek, you become a powerful magnet for its manifestation. In the heart of an ancient temple stood a mysterious bell, cast from metals unknown to modern craftsmen. Many attempted to make it sing, but it remained silent. One day, a young girl named Maya approached. She carried no wealth, no status, no agenda, only a heart full of wonder and love. As she stood before the bell, her pure presence caused it to ring with a tone so beautiful it brought tears to the eyes of all who heard it. The bell recognized in her the same frequency of truth it held within itself. This bell rings within you too. When your thoughts, emotions, and intentions align with universal truth, you resonate with the very essence of creation. This alignment amplifies your manifesting power exponentially. Now find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed, a sacred corner where the world's clamor cannot reach you. Sit comfortably, allowing your body to settle into perfect alignment, and choose an affirmation that feels true in your heart. Perhaps, "I am worthy of abundance," or "Love flows freely through my life." Let the words arise naturally, for your soul knows which truth needs awakening. Repeat this affirmation slowly, deliberately, feeling each word vibrate through your being like ripples on still water. Let the resonance build with each repetition, allowing the power of these words to penetrate deeper and deeper into your consciousness. Continue until you sense its resonance in every cell of your body, harmonizing with the universal frequency of truth. As you persist, you will begin to feel a subtle shift, a warming sensation, a lightness of being, or perhaps a gentle tingling. Signs that your personal vibration is aligning with the infinite wisdom of the cosmos. Chapter 6: The Reflective Universe. In a secluded mountain sanctuary, Kenzo, a young truth-seeker, wandered to the edge of an ancient lake. As twilight descended, the water's surface became perfectly still, transforming into a flawless mirror of the heavens above. In that moment of perfect reflection, he understood. The stars above and below were indistinguishable, unified in a single truth. You live in a universe that perpetually mirrors your inner world. Every circumstance, every encounter, every experience reflects the thoughts and beliefs you hold within. This mirror never lies, never distorts, but faithfully returns to you the essence of your own consciousness. Your thoughts cast ripples across the fabric of reality, creating patterns that manifest as your daily experiences. When you harbor thoughts of lack, the universe reflects scarcity. When you cultivate thoughts of abundance, reality responds with prosperity. This is not mere coincidence, but the operation of an immutable universal law. In a distant temple, there hung a mystical mirror crafted by enlightened artisans. Those who gazed into it saw not their physical reflection, but the true nature of their inner being. A merchant saw his greed as chains of gold that bound him. A mother saw her love as a radiant light touching all around her. An old man saw his wisdom as a flowing river, nourishing all it touched. The mirror showed each person their essence, not as they wished to be seen, but as they truly were. Some turned away, unable to face their truth. Others stood transfixed, finally understanding the power they held to transform their reality. Your world is this mirror reflecting with perfect accuracy the sum of your beliefs, expectations, and emotional patterns. Each relationship reveals your capacity for love. Each challenge reflects your hidden strengths. Each success mirrors your inner worthiness. Take a moment now to create sacred space for reflection. Find a quiet place where you can write without interruption. Choose a situation in your life that feels significant, perhaps a relationship, a work challenge, or a personal goal. Allow your pen to flow freely as you explore how this circumstance mirrors your internal state. What beliefs does it reflect? What emotions does it mirror? What hidden truths about yourself does it reveal? Write until you feel the deeper understanding emerge, until you recognize your own reflection in the circumstances of your life. For in this recognition lies the power to transform both inner and outer reality. Chapter 7: The Keys to Unlocking Potential. In the heart of an ancient city, there lived a master blacksmith named Thaddeus, who forged keys unlike any other. Each key he crafted held not just metal and form, but carried within it the essence of wisdom itself. Through flames and persistence, he created 7 golden keys, each destined to unlock a different chamber in the temple of hidden truths. You possess within yourself chambers of untapped potential, waiting to be unlocked. Like Thaddeus's keys, the power to access these chambers lies in understanding their unique nature. Each door requires a specific key, a particular mindset, a certain practice, an aligned intention. The first key represents awareness, the second dedication, the third patience, the fourth faith, the fifth action, the sixth persistence, and the seventh transformation. As Thaddeus discovered, these keys work not through force, but through resonance with the locks they're meant to open. Within you lie similar chambers, talents, abilities, and wisdom waiting to be awakened. These dormant capacities remain sealed until you forge the right key through conscious effort and devoted practice. Each chamber holds a different aspect of your infinite potential, waiting to be discovered and expressed. In a distant valley there lived a gardener named Maya, who inherited a plot of barren land. Where others saw only lifeless soil, she perceived sleeping potential. Day after day, she worked the earth, adding nutrients, providing water, and speaking words of encouragement to the dormant seeds below. Gradually, tiny shoots emerged from the once sterile ground. With each tender sprout, Maya's faith grew stronger. She understood that life's potential often lies hidden, requiring only the right conditions and patient nurturing to flourish. Like Maya's garden, your latent abilities await the proper cultivation. They require the fertile soil of belief, the water of practice, and the sunlight of persistent action. Nothing in nature blooms all at once, and neither will your inner gifts. Take a moment now to sit in stillness. Reflect upon one quality or skill within you that remains unexpressed. Perhaps it's creativity, leadership, compassion, or courage. On a piece of paper, write down this dormant potential. Then identify one small action you can take today to begin nurturing this seed of possibility. Like Maya tending her garden or Thaddeus forging his keys, understand that awakening potential requires both patience and dedicated action. Chapter 8. The Sacred Gateway. In a time beyond memory, a pilgrim named Liam wandered through ancient lands seeking the gateway spoken of in whispered legends, not a physical door of wood and metal, but a threshold between the world of form and the realm of infinite possibility. After years of searching, he discovered this gateway existed not in any earthly location, but within the chambers of his own mind. You too stand before this sacred threshold. The gateway to unlimited potential awaits your recognition, for imagination serves as the bridge between what is and what could be. Through this power of creative vision, you shape the very fabric of reality itself. When you close your eyes and paint pictures in your mind, you engage with the same creative force that brings worlds into being. Your imagination is not mere fantasy. It is the workshop where reality is first conceived. Every great achievement, every wonderful creation, first existed as a thought, a vision, a possibility imagined. The universe responds not to what your eyes see, but to what your mind envisions. This is the hidden truth that masters and mystics have guarded through the ages. Your creative visualization serves as the blueprint that the universal forces use to construct your experience. In a seaside village, a young child named Clara spent her days building castles in the sand. While others saw only grains of earth, she saw towers reaching to the sky, drawbridges spanning mighty moats, and flags waving in the wind. With joy and wonder, she shaped each turret and wall, completely immersed in her vision. Though waves would later wash her castles away, Clara understood something most adults had forgotten. The true power lay not in the physical creation, but in the act of seeing it first in her mind. Each day she returned, building grander castles, her imagination unlimited by what had come before. Like Clara's sandcastles, your visions plant seeds in the fertile soil of possibility. The joy and clarity with which you imagine your desires directly influences their manifestation. When you engage all your senses in visualization, you create a magnetic force that draws your vision into physical form. Take 5 minutes now to sit in peaceful solitude. Close your eyes and begin to build your ideal life in your mind's eye. See the details clearly, the colors, shapes, and textures of your surroundings. Hear the sounds that fill your perfect day. Feel the emotions that flow through you as you live this reality. Breathe in the scents and taste the sweetness of your fulfilled desires. Let your entire being resonate with the truth of this vision, knowing that what you can conceive, you can achieve. Chapter 9, Bending Time. In a hidden valley untouched by modern ways, a traveler named Khalil discovered an ancient timepiece unlike any other. As he held the mysterious clock in his hands, he noticed something extraordinary. Whenever he became fully absorbed in the present moment, the hands of the clock would cease their endless march forward. You too possess this power to transcend time's illusion. When you enter the eternal now, you step into the realm where all possibilities exist simultaneously. This is where manifestation finds its source, where your desires transform from potential to reality. The present moment holds infinite power, for it is the only point where consciousness meets creation. Past and future exist as mental constructs, but your creative force operates solely in the now. When you align completely with the present, you access the timeless space where manifestation occurs instantaneously. Time, as you perceive it, serves merely as a measurement of attention. When your mind scatters between past regrets and future anxieties, manifestation seems slow and difficult. Yet when you gather your awareness fully in the present, you compress time itself, accelerating the journey from vision to reality. In a mountain monastery, an old weaver named Ming spent her days creating intricate tapestries. Unlike other weavers who rushed to complete their work, Ming understood that each thread represented a moment of pure presence. As she wove, she poured her entire being into every movement, every breath. Those who witnessed her work spoke of how time seemed to flow differently around her loom. Sometimes an entire tapestry would emerge in what felt like minutes, while a single thread might contain an eternity of awareness. Ming's secret lay not in her skill with thread and needle, but in her mastery of presence. By fully inhabiting each moment, she transformed time from an enemy to an ally, from a limitation to a tool of creation. Her tapestries captured not just images, but the very essence of timeless awareness. To access this transformative power, find a quiet space where you will remain undisturbed. For the next 5 minutes, bring your attention fully into the present moment. Notice the sensations in your body, the rhythm of your breath, the sounds around you. When thoughts of past or future arise, gently return to now. Feel how time transforms as you deepen into presence, opening the gateway to accelerated manifestation. Chapter 10, The Awakening of Awareness. In a remote mountain temple, a young apprentice named Zhi sought the teachings of Master Wei, whose physical eyes had long since ceased to see. Yet those who knew the Master spoke of his extraordinary ability to perceive truth beyond the visible realm. You possess this same capacity for inner sight, though perhaps you have not yet awakened to its presence. Just as Master Wei guided Zhi to understand that true vision emerges from within, you too must learn to see beyond surface appearances. "How can you teach me when you cannot see?" Zhi once asked his master. In response, Wei led him through the temple grounds, navigating perfectly between pillars and steps. "I see not with eyes of flesh," Wei explained, "but with the eyes of awareness. The outer world merely reflects what lives within." Your journey to mastery begins with this fundamental truth. Awareness precedes transformation. Like a clear mirror reflecting all that passes before it, your consciousness observes the continuous flow of thoughts, emotions, and energies that shape your reality. This inner sight reveals patterns previously hidden from view. As you cultivate this awareness, you begin to recognize how your internal state creates your external experience. Each thought carries a vibration, each emotion generates a field of energy, and together they form the blueprint of your manifested reality. Along the ancient Silk Road, there lived a humble lantern-bearer named Chen. Each evening, he would light his lantern and walk the treacherous mountain paths, guiding travelers to safety. One night, a merchant asked Chen how he could illuminate such a vast darkness with just one small light. Chen smiled and replied, "The lantern doesn't need to light the entire path at once. It only needs to illuminate the next step." Like Chen's lantern, awareness illuminates your path one moment at a time. As you shine the light of consciousness on your inner world, what once seemed like impenetrable darkness becomes clear. Each realization lights the way to the next, creating a path of understanding through the unknown. Practice. As the sun rises tomorrow, begin observing the landscape of your inner world. Notice your thoughts as they arise, your emotions as they flow, and how they influence your experience of reality. Watch without judgment, as if following the trail of your own awareness through the day. In this observation lies the seed of mastery. For what you can see clearly, you can transform completely. Part 2. Journey into the Forbidden Mysteries. Chapter 11. The Alchemy of Thought. In the hidden valleys of an ancient kingdom lived an alchemist named Reza, who spent decades seeking the secret of transmutation. Night after night he labored over his crucibles and flames, yet gold remained elusive. One evening, as he gazed into his workshop mirror, he noticed how his furrowed brow and anxious thoughts reflected in the lead before him, dull, heavy, and unchanged. You too stand before the crucible of creation, where thoughts become things. Like Reza, you may have struggled to manifest your desires, unaware that the true transformation begins not in the outer world, but in the laboratory of your mind. Through years of dedication, Reza discovered that the purity of his intention directly affected the metal's response to his work. When his mind wandered or doubt crept in, the lead remained stubborn and unyielding. But in moments of absolute clarity and unwavering focus, golden specks began to appear within the metal. Your thoughts carry this same alchemical power. Each one seeds the universe with creative force, yet their potency depends on their clarity and conviction. Like a magnifying glass focusing sunlight, a concentrated thought burns brighter than 1,000 scattered ones. In a distant village lived Ming, a master potter renowned for her perfect vessels. Students traveled far to learn her secret, expecting complex techniques. Instead, they found her sitting quietly before each creation, holding the finished form in her mind with crystal clarity. "The clay," she taught, "simply fills the shape of my thought." Just as Ming's vessels emerged from her focused vision, your reality takes shape around your most consistent thoughts. When doubt clouds your mind or negativity seeps in, the creative force disperses, leaving manifestation weak and unfocused. But when you hold a single, pure intention, like Ming before her clay, the universe responds with precision. Practice. Take 5 minutes now to write down one clear, specific thought about something you wish to create. Focus on it with the same unwavering attention Ming gave her vessels, or Reza gave his gold. Notice how this concentrated intention feels different from scattered thinking. Let this pure thought fill your mind completely, observing how your energy aligns with its singular purpose. Chapter 12. The Magnetic Heart. In the scrolls of time lies the tale of Avalara, a city that pulsed with an otherworldly radiance. Unlike other kingdoms that relied on fire or water for power, Avalara drew its strength from something far more potent, the collective emotional energy of its people. The city's walls gleamed with a soft golden light that grew brighter with each citizen's joy and dimmed with their sorrows. You possess this same infinite power source within. Your emotions are not merely feelings that come and go. They are the vital force that breathes life into your thoughts and intentions. The essence of creation lies in the marriage of thought and feeling. When you align your emotions with your desires, you activate a force more powerful than any physical energy.